Vidal Sassoon Runway Red, This Is My Life. It helps if you listen. You know, make sure all particles are together. Sweet. Safety is key. I never start at the root because the root is the hottest part of your head, and it generally comes out a lot brighter than the tips. So I start at the tips and then work my way up. And what I am doing is actually an ombre, and I'm not a hairstylist by any means, and as you can tell, I'm using boxed hair dye. But I have taken art classes my entire life. Not a lot of people brush their hair during, but I always do, because this is actually how I achieve the faded ombre look. I went and got my hair professionally colored once. When the girl gave me the ombre, it literally looked like she put a bowl over my head. The top was my natural hair color and the bottom was purple, even though I specifically said I wanted red. Somehow I got a purple. Anyways, bad experience. Which is why I started dyeing my hair on my own. I figured if it's gonna get fucked up, at least it's gonna get fucked up for $10 a bottle, not for $80 to have somebody else do it. We're gonna leave this in for about 10 minutes and then I'll be back. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I section my hair into 3 pieces. As you can see, I'm getting my second right now. The whole point of me sectioning my hair into 3 pieces is that I get a fade effect. My hair takes red like a motherfucker. If I dye my hair from roots to tips, the roots of my hair are actually like a bright, bright orange red. And then my tips are more like a burnt red. And nobody wants that. It's not a good look for me. Now, I let this sit in my hair for probably a good 5-6 minutes. How you can tell if your hair is nice and saturated is look at how white this looks. Look at how white that looks. That means there's lots of hair dye in them spots. Look at how white that is. I don't know if you can see it. And then going more towards the top, not a lot of white. And that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm going to accomplish this look. And on my top layer, I don't actually add hair dye past the tips. Only want to add hair dye about here down. And then the rest of it's going to be brushed up. And it's going to be a slow brush up process. I'm going to put some on my tips, wait a few minutes, and then brush. I want it more saturated at the tips, not so saturated at the top. And this is how I'm going to get a faded look. And I know any of you hairstylists out there are probably like, no, you're doing this terribly. But I'm here to tell you right now that I have been dyeing my hair myself for 10 years, and it looks freaking awesome. You'll just have to wait and see what it looks like. Brush that dye up, because it's going to stick to the brush and it's going to move its way up the hair follicles. Oh, that sounds so terrible. That's cool. I got lots of hair. All looks good in the head. Also, something that is very important, because I know that this is kind of a time-consuming process, is you want to make sure to keep this dye wet. You do not want to let it dry out. It's nice and hot in here. I'm actually not wearing pants, not that you can tell, but I'm not. And after I am satisfied with the saturation of all my hair, as you can see, I just kind of threw a little bit on the top layer. Not a lot, just a little bit, just to kind of give it a nice little spritz of color. And once you put dye on the top layer of your head, you do not want to let that sit in there for more than like 5 minutes. Because as you can see, I don't have much color saturation here or here, but that's what I'm looking for. I'm wanting an ombre look with highlights, because you don't want this color to get too vibrant. And something that I do that not many people do, I like to dye my eyebrows. I use a Q-tip just so that it's not quite as sloppy. The little bit of dye that's left in the box, I put a nice little layer on my eyebrows just to kind of lighten them up a little bit because my hair's fucking stupid. It's kind of blonde, it's kind of brown. I don't know. It's a weird color. This, ladies, is why I don't have to pencil in my eyebrows. Because I dye them. That, and I guess it helps that I have fucking man-beast eyebrows. All I have to do is trim them. I can shape them by trimming them. I'm only gonna let this sit on my eyebrow for probably about 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna hop right in the shower. And then I will come back and show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I have washed it all out. You can't really see. You can kind of see. It's got a nice little flow of color. The bottom is much, much darker than the top, but there is no definite line. It's a nice fade, and that's what we're looking for. I am a Nazi against blow drying my hair. I like to let my hair dry naturally, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go about my day, and then I'll be back a little later to show you guys the final product.
2 hours later.
Nice ombre. From a blonde to orange to red. Looks like fire.